Hey everyone. I am of course Sarah from Blackbird and Advocacy Podcast. I haven't changed my name yet. So Dan's with me, but he's in the background. And of course we have Tom here from PodJerky, your PodVcom admins. And this is the official live closing for our third PodVcon for spring break. So we made it. We're here. We're at the end.
Yes.
It was
this
a
was
little
2 weekends. 2 weekends.
It was a lot to get through. We've never done the 2-weekend thing before. But we're here. We're here. We made it. So we are extremely excited, and we thank everybody so much for sticking with us throughout everything, even with the frustration that we went through and that we kind of sent out to the viewers. That by no means was for us to just like dump on you guys. It was just to give you a little insight of what goes on behind the scenes. And Hermes says, I don't want it to end. Thanks.
Then
Hermes.
tune in at 7:00 and you will see that it's not going to end.
It is not going to end. That is very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So before we bring in our special guest, let's give a big shout out to a few people. We want to shout out the shows that went on live during the convention. We'll start off with PodJerky, of course. It was the first show that went on live after the opener. Then we went to Bald and the Blonde, Next on Stage 1, Eternal Paradigm, GenX Voice, GenX Perspective, From Pod to Vod, Crazy Fitness Guy, The Ripple Podcast, Tangent Avenue, Amorcon Buddha Dex On, The Northern Touch Show, Paranoia Playhouse, Meads Musings, Horrific Network, Be Hero Fights, Best Film Ever, Pons Press, Strong Body, Strong Mind, Blackbird and Advocacy Podcast, Dad's World, The OG and GenX Show, Not Your Father's Movies, Scuttlebutt, Memories of Us, When the Bow Breaks, Rocky Horror Minute, Honest Fitness Talk, Pop Culture Cosmos, and last and certainly not least, Book Pub Podcast. So we just want to say thank you to all of those shows. Yay. These are all the shows that went live over the 2 weekends that we had this set up from last Friday, the 14th. That's
12th.
The 12th to the 14th. And then this weekend, these are the shows that went live. So a big thank you to you guys. We are nothing without your shows going live, of course. We want to shout out all of the pre-recordeds that were sent in as well. We used every single last one of them. We were lucky that we were able to fill all of the spots. So a big thank you to all of the pre-recordeds that came in as well that helped us fill in some of the spots that weren't taken up. Again, we can't do it without you guys, and you guys are what makes this group, what makes this convention run. It was a fantastic time. All the live shows that we got to tune into were fantastic. I mean, I was talking live earlier, and I said to Trish from GenX Voice that I think I tuned into almost every single show this convention for the past 2 weekends. And the only ones I missed were the 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. shows or 12 a.m. shows. But I always caught those in the morning when I got up. I'm an early riser. I'm up at like 3 a.m. And I would catch those in the morning because I would be in bed the night before. So that's pretty much all we can say is thank you very much for all of your live shows, all of your great content. You guys were amazing. We loved watching all of you guys go on. Yeah.
I also want to say a quick hi and thank you to Leslie Ann Hoxie, who was the co-host, I should say, of Book Pub Podcast. She was the last one to go. So thank you so much, Leslie, for closing out the convention. Your show was always such a fantastic, creative, fun time. And I know we were literally just having a conversation about how much we enjoyed watching yours. So
if I'm not mistaken, I believe she closed out our last convention as well.
She did.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
She's a great closer. So we thank you so much, Leslie, for throwing your hat in the ring and coming on board with us. And we enjoy you so much. We also want to send like the biggest shout out. And I think Tom said that I'm sorry about the squeaking. It's my pug is trying to make a bed on the couch. We wanted to send a huge shout out to someone that I think Tom and Trish had already shouted out to earlier today, but we still want to shout out to him again because like that's how much we appreciate his support and the cheerleading that he gave throughout this entire convention. So Hermes, thank you. You were like MVP of this entire convention. You have just been so supportive of like every single podcast that has come on, and your podcast is amazing. And we so appreciate you. So just want to give you a huge shout out. So thank you.
Yeah. So everybody that's watching, please go and check out the Scuttlebutt podcast. Great show. I mean, we saw the comments in every show. Hermes was on top of all of them. He was commenting on everything. He was watching everything. He was tuned in. He was like paying attention. It wasn't just comments thrown out there. It was actually comments relevant to the topic that was going on. So a big thank you for tuning in to all of these shows. Because again, without the support, where our show is going to be.
Yes. And Hermes says he would like to thank the Academy. So I guess maybe we're the Academy.
Hermes,
you're welcome.
Hermes, we still have our conversation that we had earlier for you and Rosa. We're going to make that happen. Hopefully we'll be able to do that live, and hopefully we'll be able to stream that in the group at some point before the next convention. But like we said, nobody's going to know the answer to that until 7 p.m. when we come back on live again. We're just waiting for our special guest to join us now.
Yeah.
7 p.m. we are going to have our big announcement. 2 announcements, actually. We're going to be announcing the next convention and another major announcement. So you have to stay tuned for that because it's very, very exciting. And then tomorrow, after, I want to say around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll be back on live again, and we'll be talking about the announcement that we made tonight. So please be tuned into that. Lots of great stuff that we're going to be talking about. So hopefully you're all able to tune into that. Hopefully you guys are going to love it, and as much as we do. And I guess that's where we're going to go with it.
Yeah. So we're still waiting on our guests. So I don't know if you want to throw in what you were going to discuss before. I know you maybe said to just do it at 7, but I don't know if we want to just
I can do that. So I want to give just a couple of stats, just basically over the convention. When we came up with this idea, we really wanted to have every show go live. The goal isn't to have pre-recordeds. The goal is to have all shows live. Pre-recordeds are there for backups, and of course we appreciate every pre-recorded that comes in because we have to use them, because there are going to be exceptions that happen. There are going to be emergencies. There are going to be, we understand, technical difficulties. There's going to be a storm maybe that knocks your power out, and unforeseen circumstances. We're giving the platform and the opportunity for people to promote their show, maybe get it out there, build a network, build connections with people. We had 73 slots available this time around for the 2 weekends combined. And we ran those from 7 p.m. on the Friday night, the first Friday night, right up until 12 o'clock, midnight. And then we ran again the next morning from 7 a.m. right up until midnight. And then the next morning, again, 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. at night. So we gave a big platform for people to tune into. And the stats are a little bit low to our liking from what we saw. There were 5 panels that went on. Panels were great, like we discussed earlier. One of the shows was a fill-in, which myself and Trish did earlier. 30 shows went live out of the 73, and 37 were pre-recorded. It's a little disappointing to see that 37 shows had gone pre-recorded. Again, we appreciate all the pre-recordeds coming in because it gives them a chance to be seen and heard as well. But the goal is to have the shows go live, and it was a little disappointing to see that. Now, on to some of the numbers, which we just did it like a preliminary count based on some of the views and some of the averages, I guess you would have, and coming just under with those 30 live shows and some of the pre-recordeds, we came on just under 6,000 views. And this is preliminary numbers, which is phenomenal for the amount of shows that went live. 6,000 views. I believe that beats our last number of just over 5,000. We're just under 6,000. So I challenge all of you that are watching right now. I'm going to challenge you to go back and watch all the shows. Try and boost up the numbers, because when our numbers go up, it's going to benefit everybody. You know, what might happen is we may be able to be seen by sponsors. We may be able to seen by bigger networks, and this will be a whole for everybody, and everybody is going to benefit from it. So just throwing out prelim numbers, that's basically just seeing them from the first day. Haven't gone back and done a recount or anything like that, but those are the numbers right now that we have in as a preliminary number. We also set out basically before the convention. Sarah is our social media guru. She's all over Instagram for us. She's on Facebook for us. She set out to have a goal. And we started this convention on our first convention, which was back in August of last year, with 127 people in the group. And we have actually gone and grown the group to just under 1,300 people right now. Fantastic. And Sarah had a goal. And Sarah's goal was to have 1,000 followers on Instagram before this convention started. And man, she succeeded and well surpassed that. So Sarah kicked ass in doing that and got us to what the goal was, and pretty much way over that, what it was. So basically those are some of the preliminary stats that have come out. Like I said, just a little disappointing that only 30 shows went live, but the 30 shows that did go live, phenomenal, fantastic job. It was great to see you guys. It was just awesome watching all of the live shows go on.
It really was. The reason we want to have more live shows is the interaction between the hosts and the audience and the viewers. You know, it's an opportunity for the hosts to actually get to chat with their listeners and their viewers. So we really love when we see that interaction, especially like it happens a lot during the panels. So we really want to get that happening more during the regular shows. And so that's why we really stress that we want things to be live, because the interaction is key. And that's what's going to grow your audience, and that's what's going to grow your brand. So it's really important to just be out there and really try to get those connections made and try to chat with them. You know, that's why we use StreamYard also, because we have this opportunity to see all of the Facebook comments popping up. So it's an opportunity for you. You know, we can just like Tony just said, congratulations. So now we can pop that on the screen and we can say, thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for being a part of this and for your congratulations.
And boom, there's the interaction.
And now we have that, we're building that connection with Tony. So, you know,
people are more inclined to watch a live video that they see playing than to have the pre-recorded video that has the play button. Most times on a Facebook page, I'll just scroll past it if I have to push a play button because nothing caught my eye. If you see a live video playing, you're more inclined to get that viewer. And that's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build viewership. We're trying to build a connection. We're trying to build a network. We're trying to grow this group into something that is going to benefit everybody in the long run. And that's why we say thank you to the ones that did go live, and the ones that didn't go live. You know, we had the pre-recordeds in their place, but it doesn't have the same effect with the pre-recordeds going on that it would if they were going live.
Right, exactly. And that's not to say that, you know, next time for those who went pre-recorded this time that you can't go live next time. It's, you know, maybe you were just kind of building up to that moment. I know that at least last convention, and I know we heard it a little bit this convention too, but we heard a lot that there was anxiety going into doing a live show because a lot of us don't do live broadcasts like this. We sit behind a mic and we don't record ourselves on video, and then we get to edit and put everything together in a package that we that we think fits what our brand is going to be. So when we're going live, there's a lot of things that we can screw up. So I know that there's so much anxiety that goes into it, but I can tell you that like 95% of the people who have gone live, even though they were scared to do it going into it, they will say, and they will tell every single person that once they did it, it was so much fun and they will 100% do it again. So, maybe it's just
and
a
make
little
no mistake.
stepping stone.
Make no mistake. For us, it was the same way. When we first started to go live, yes, of course, we had that anxiety of going live as well. But now you can see we love it. We love being on camera. We love looking at our pretty faces. They're just good to look at. But yes, it's very difficult. But this is the reason we have the group. If you know that you have a live show coming up, and you have anxiety going in, reach out to people in the group and maybe do a test run, maybe do a dry run. There's somebody in the group that will absolutely go online with you, go on a live video with you, and basically just do a mock recording with you, just so that you get more comfortable in doing it. It's very hard to know where your cameras are. You're looking at the camera here. I'm looking down at my computer screen. You got the light over here. You got different distractions. So yeah, we understand that it can be very difficult in doing that. But like I said, if you reach out in the group, everybody in here will connect with you. Mm-hmm. And it's a wonderful thing because you get to make a lot of friends in this group that you didn't think that you would make. And when I started this, I'm in Canada. So when I started this, did I think I was going to have a friend like Sarah in New York, or somebody like Trish in Arizona, or John, or Ian in the UK? Ian is Canadian, but he's in the UK. Did I think I was going to have friends like Rosa in California, or, who am I missing out here?
That's it.
Anybody in the group, whoever's in the group, you don't think that you're going to have that reach. And the only way you're going to get that reach is by connecting with these people. Okay. And the only way that you're going to get this is making like that connection with people as there. And there's Ian, my Canadian buddy there. So, I mean, it's okay to reach out to people in the group and ask if you have that anxiety about going live. If it's your first time going live, then reach out to people in the group and they will absolutely help you out. I'm okay to jump on from time to time if I have to and help you out doing a live broadcast, just to get you comfortable for it, just to make sure that you're okay to go on. We all have been there. Trust me, we've all been there. Our first convention, we didn't know what we were doing. How many times did we jump on live? And just, talk nonsense because we didn't know what to talk about. We weren't prepared for it. It was
too many times.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, so, it was too many times.
It's not, we made a joke, and I believe we played the video in the group, and the joke is always, what does everybody want to see in this? And the joke goes, we want to see more Tom.
Yeah.
I think because the first convention I made like 25 or 27 shows that I had been on just to fill in the gaps because we didn't know what we were doing. So during my mod time, I would just, I got to jump on live. What do I do? What do I do? I got to jump on live. Our intentions is not to be about us. This is not about us. This is about us as a collective, as a whole entire group. Right. And that's what we want it to be. So it's great to see that people are warming up to the live thing. Cause I love it, to be honest with you. I love it.
I do too.
I find that, I make mistakes, but we're human, and I can go back and edit that later, but it's more fun. You get that interaction. Somebody may correct you for this or that, and you get that interaction with people, and it's fun. Like you said, the comments that we can see on the side, the interaction with them is great. We had Ian's best film trivia today, and everybody was like just commenting and reacting to it because it created interaction, because there were questions there and people wanted to play at home. By the way, Ian, phenomenal panel. You got to do that again sometime.
Yes.
Sorry, I did miss it. I did name drop on his show, but sorry I missed the third round. But it was a great panel, and it created interaction, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So that's just it's really, really fun, and I hope more people join for the next one. I hope people take it seriously, not in a negative way to saying this to anybody, because the ones that are watching right now, most of you have probably gone live during this convention, so kudos to you guys. But at the end of the day, I hope the ones that did miss out don't miss out on that opportunity to showcase themselves. They don't miss out on the opportunity to connect with people, do some sort of collaboration with people in the groups, just take advantage of the community and the networking that's in here.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to also just throw out, because I've made posts, I've come on this with Tom, and we've discussed some certain things that have been happening throughout the convention. There's a joke that I am probably considered the convention bitch, and I don't care.
Jerry.
Exactly. I'm just saying, like, my point is, unfortunately, there always has to be the person who kind of like brings down the hammer. And that has just always been me in life. And I've owned businesses. I just kind of gravitate towards doing that. So I don't mean any harm by what I say. And I try to say it in a way that is not unprofessional or comes off as rude or condescending. If I do come off that way, please tell me. That is not my intention at all. But going back to what Tom said, this is a community of helping and building. So I am here to help you. So don't think that I'm just this like hard ass person who's just going to like yell at people, because that's not me. So I want everybody to know that you can still come to me with questions and concerns. It's just, obviously this was a very stressful time for us. And there were some things that happened that should have been avoided. And that's why I had to say the things that I did. Yes, exactly. Hermes is calling me the mama bear.
But I yelled at people and got away with it.
Because Tom is Canadian. It's very different for an Italian New Yorker than it is for a Canadian. So
no,
Tom
but
can yell all he wants, and people are like, "That's so sweet."
Yeah, it is. It's true. It's true. But it comes down to, again, we discussed this in a panel previous when we came on. It comes down to, it was a level of frustration. We worked very hard at what we did to bring this convention together, and it was just coming down to a level of frustration of what was going on. But the show has to go on. We're professionals. We know what we're doing. We covered all of our angles. We knew things were going to happen. So we just basically, had shows ready in hand should something like that happen. Like we said, we were a little disappointed at what turned out, but super, super happy for the ones that did go on. But that's the name of the game. And, we ran with the punches. But it is frustrating when the behind the scenes work takes up that much time when it shouldn't.
Right. Yeah. And, Trish made a good point here. She said, just don't wait till the last minute to ask for help. And yes, exactly. We are here to help. We are here to help from beginning to end, but we can't help everybody when we get bombarded by questions right when we're supposed to be going on live, or just before you're supposed to be going on live. That's what the difficult part is. So if you have a question, just ask us at any point. When you have that question, as soon as it comes up, message us, and we will figure out a time that we can help you, so that it doesn't have to wait till the end, and it doesn't have to wait till the last minute for it to be done, because that's probably not going to happen. Then we're probably not going to be able to help you. So just think about when to ask the question. When is the appropriate time to ask?
What we do in the group is basically we film tutorials and we put them in the announcement section. We do posts about it, just so that people understand how things work. If you have questions, we are all very approachable. No matter who is on the team, every one of us is approachable to talk, especially the Canadians. For sure, we're approachable. So just, ask ahead of time. Like Sarah said, ask ahead of time. it's very, very difficult when you're about to go on. To be answering your question and asking, how do I do this? How do I do this? The reason why we set up StreamYard tutorials was for people to take advantage of that opportunity. Now, we gave up our own time. I think I ran 8 tutorials with people.
Yeah.
And I ran those tutorials. Some of them got something out of it. Some of them didn't even show up to their time slots, even though I went and I ran the tutorials a week beforehand. Yeah. So it was basically a waste of our time to have to run the tutorial for them not to show up. Makes no sense to me, but that's what we do. We are in this so that we can help people and take advantage of that. We're just saying, try not to do it the minute before your show goes on, where we're saying, like, you're too late now. Like, we can't help you now because we can't get this up, or we can't have something happen. The post won't go live. Something happened with Facebook glitch or whatever it is. We troubleshoot the problems most of the time. There are going to be situations where we can't. But, if we do this properly, we do this in steps, we do this in order, everyone's show should just go bam, 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 bam. We should be on, and that's it. So, yeah.
Tony.
So, yeah. You should trust the Canadians. You should trust the Canadians. No, actually, don't trust the Canadians. No.
He knows what it's about with the New York Italians. That's right, Tony.
Yeah. We're sneaky. We're quiet. We're sneaky. We play nice.
Yeah, we don't hide anything. We let you know exactly what we think.
You'll never see it coming. You'll never see it from. What do you mean that Canadian was so nice? How did he do that?
Exactly.
I will go and I will get my shovel as my murder weapon, and that's it. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's a reference from the True Crime Scavenger Hunt. Please do not call the police to report me. It was from the Scavenger Hunt.
For those of you who didn't watch the Scavenger Hunt, and I know it was my Scavenger Hunt, so I'm doing a shameless plug now, but go back and watch it because it was hilarious. It was just. We
talked about that. Trish and I talked about that because I said it was so funny just watching everybody have to get up from their chair and just run.
And just run around.
It was hilarious. And I said Adam cheated. I think Adam cheated. I think Adam knew what he was coming into, so he just had a bucket of things that could be considered murder weapons sitting next to him. My favorite part though was just watching Matthew just run around. The funniest part of that was when he was looking for the handcuffs.
Yes, because he was the only one looking
all over the place. Yeah,
everyone just watching him.
Yeah,
fantastic.
So that turned out to be really, really funny.
That was so much fun. Yeah. I had a blast posting that. And they were hilarious.
We're reading right now the comments on the side, and this is what it's about. We can see the comments going up on the side, and this is what it's about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interaction going on in the group right now. There are a lot of comments that are coming in right now. A lot of people are tuning in and interacting, and this is why we do it. This is exactly why we do it. We do it for this reason, to get the interaction, to get people talking. Usually what we would do for these...
it's perfect.
Usually what we would do for these closings is we would have the whole team on. We would invite the whole team on. This one, we just decided, you know what, we're going to go on our own because we didn't know what format we were going to use tonight in terms of the announcement afterwards. We didn't know if we were going to do it all at once. Adam was coming on supposedly half hour ago. He's not here yet.
He's not here.
So, you know what? Something might have come up. It's fine. It's not a problem. But we didn't know what the format was going to be. So that's why we didn't invite the rest of the team to come on. Usually we'd go around, basically do kind of a roundtable thing. Hey, what was your favorite part of the convention? And just, talk a bunch of stuff and just have everybody enjoy it. So I love seeing this that's on the side here. And it's just, it's great. And that's the rewarding part of it.
Yeah. And you know what? We can still do that. Let's go with the people who are viewing. If you guys want to throw out to us, what were some of the best things that you saw during this? What were some of your favorite pieces and takeaways from the convention? Because
guys, there are only 2 answers to this question. There are 2 answers. Friday night at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. 2 answers, guys. I'm just kidding.
Anything that Tom was on.
It was funny. Amy had a bet going with she wanted to have a bet going on with me and said, what's the over under on how many shows you will be on?
Right.
And I said, I am not going on. I'm scheduled for 5, and that would be opening, closing, panel, and then the 2 shows I had.
Right.
I was scheduled for 5.
Right.
At the end of this, once we do our other show at 7:00, I will hit 10, which is a little disappointing, but it had to be done. So
it is what it is, and you did far less this time than you did in the past. So it's not terrible.
No.
Excuse me, Trish.
But it's a running joke, and there's a over under on that. So it was
Trish said that PodJerky was her favorite, of course.
That's right, Trish. That's right.
And Hermes said PodJerky and Blackbird. So thank you, Hermes, for the shout out for me. And he would like to now know what his prize is.
We'll let you know later.
Oh, Trish changed her answer.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't write the full name. We have to promote the full name. The Northern Touch Show. The Northern Touch Show. Let's get it right. Pod v Tom. There it is.
John. Hey, John.
There it is. Yeah.
We were thinking.
You know what? Actually, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Why don't we invite the mods on now to come on?
Yep. I'm gonna grab the link for you guys.
I got it here.
Oh, you got it. Perfect. We were thanking so many people in the beginning of this that, we totally forgot to actually thank the mods. So
yes,
thank you to our team. Literally, this could not be done without our team. Trish, John, Ian, Rosa. Literally could not do any of this without you guys.
Did we say John? Did we miss John?
I said John.
Okay.
I think John was my second person. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I said John. John, tell me if I didn't say you, but I'm saying his name about 1,000 times now. So if you don't remember John, then you're not paying attention. So thank you to the amazing moderators of this group and of this convention, because again, John, because literally, we had mentioned in one of our opening segments that we lost 2 of our admin team members just before the convention. So to have to pick all of that up is just, we did not expect the mods to do as much as they did, and it's not their jobs to do as much as they did. So we are just like, I can't say thank you enough.
Yeah, they basically, hi Trish. Basically, the moderator's job is to help out with the moderating of the times during the convention,
right?
Just to make sure that the shows go on live. The mods also went above and beyond that, had their own panels, moderated times, did some behind the scenes work with us. So it was great. John, Ian. Guys, jump on if you are free. Rosa, haven't seen Rosa yet, so if you are here, jump on with us so we can all say thank you to you as well for helping out during the whole convention.
I would also like to I'm going to post this comment from Tony, and this is one of the reasons why we want to do this convention and bring you all together, because this is exactly what this is for. I met John from Podcast to Podcast the following day after he was on, and he is, God willing, going to partner up and help me launch another podcast for our family business. It's exactly what this is meant for. Exactly what it is. So thank you, John. Thank you, Tony. That's what we want to do. We want to build a community. We want to network with each other and teach each other, learn from each other, mentor each other, be a family as best as we can via the internet.
And don't think for 1 second that we're the be all, end all, and know all of the group. There's always ways that we are able to improve, and there's going to be people out there. Like when Trish and Ian and John and Rosa all became moderators, they had different things and talents that we didn't have. Like John, my God, is amazing with video. And he helps out creative with video director stuff. Right. So, I mean, everybody has their talent that they're able to. And Ian has, like, my God, the radio voice that you could listen to all day long. And I want to just put him on promos all day long. I mean, it's just, you could just listen to Ian talk. I mean, his students, like, I enjoy the podcast so much listening to their show.
So
and
Tom,
his students probably do. So
oh yeah, our special guest. Well, Ian just arrived, so I'm gonna pop Ian in.
Yay!
Okay,
Ian's here.
all right, Ian is here.
Listen to that wonderful voice.
Our special guest has also arrived. So
Awesome. Wow.
yeah, I know. Everyone's coming on now. 6:30 is the hot time. So I'm going to welcome our special guest, actor Adam Busch, who has now become a family member in the PodVcom family. So thank you.
And inaugural champion of the True Crime Scavenger Hunt.
Yes. So thank you again, Adam, for being here and for gracing us with your presence and your insights. Because I love talking to you. You're so insightful. Like everything you have to say, I'm always like, that's really smart. So I appreciate you and your voice and just your presence in general. So thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Yeah.
Great. I appreciate the hard work that you guys put into everything you do. And the Yiddish have a word for it. They call it mishbucha, and that means we're family.
Oh,
there you go.
Love
it. Perfect. So before I kind of told Adam a little bit about what I was going to ask him, but before I get into my little piece, does anybody have any extra questions for Adam?
I do.
Oh,
we have one question. During the True Crime Scavenger Hunt, do you remember who was on there?
I do remember who was on there.
Okay, who was on there?
I don't remember their names, but I remember the actor from Two Broke Girls.
There we go. Okay, we wanted to make sure.
The podcast, mystery podcast, female on the right, and then Sarah and another podcaster.
PodJerky's wife.
PodJerky's wife.
Yes, your wife. Yes, because they had the same PodJerky logo.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we wanted to make sure because Matthew was like, I don't know if Adam knew who I was. And we were like, I think he did. So we were like, no, he knew. So we wanted to make sure that you knew.
I was just playing it cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I was very excited.
Yeah.
We were excited to have both of you on because you were for the scavenger hunt. You and Matthew both were like last minute because we had everybody set and then we had a bunch of people pull out, unfortunately, right before. So we just like quickly messaged you and Matthew, and thankfully you both said yes. And that was just such a blast to have you on. I mean, we had so much fun. And the viewers are still talking about it. Like we're constantly still getting messages that they just had such a fun time watching everything and just continue to laugh every time they think about the mayhem.
Hands down. It was, I was watching by myself laughing hysterically, like over and over again. I have a question about that for Adam though. Did you have all the items that you thought maybe asked about around you? Because we're all wondering.
I put no thought into it, but I will admit that it was surprisingly revealing about the participant. This game that you chose. It felt like a normal charades kind of, but it actually said a lot more than I think any proper interview would. Just who has these things at the ready, who knows where they are, and who in a pinch can find them. Right? It was very
we were sitting there going, how does he have bleach at the ready? Like it was like right there. Like he had it so quickly.
I mean, it's under the sink. That's where it is for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like you were just in one room and you just have everything in one room because you didn't seem to have to go very far to get any of the
I had to go upstairs to get the wire cutters and to get the rope.
Really? You were quick.
You were fast.
I had to run around.
Thank you. Well, yeah, because Tom's wife had to go upstairs for a few things, and like we just thought you were like, here it is.
But I was. As soon as you were saying no. As soon as I remember going like this, and as soon as you announced what it was, It was Olympic. I would just shove the head as soon as I thought I knew what it was.
But Adam was gone before the newspaper was even read.
True.
Yeah, the newspaper probably was an easy thing. But yeah, exactly, Tom. Like you were just gone. Like as soon as I said like one word, you like knew and you were just out of there. You were fantastic.
So out of all the guests that you made me name, who would you want to help you hide a body?
You.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what it says about me.
Obviously now we will. Yeah.
Yeah, we may have thought otherwise beforehand because we didn't really know how everyone was gonna play. I was banking on Amy, to be honest with you, because I know how much she loves watching true crime documentaries, and you know, Tom and I are always talking about like all the new things that they just watched. So I was banking on Amy, but definitely you now.
Our Netflix history is riddled with true crime serial killer stuff. So people would think we're nuts if they saw our history.
Oh, I don't even want to tell you the things that I had to Google the other day for a homework assignment. I literally had to Google the lethal dose of a lot of different chemicals. So if the FBI is watching, I'm definitely on their list.
She's in school. It's okay.
I'm studying this for a degree, not just for my own pleasure. All right. So, Ian, do you have any questions before I...
Not particularly. I think I'm all right, but thank you for throwing to me. I'm just, I'm unfortunately due to the time difference. I missed the scavenger hunt, so I think I have to go back and watch this and see everything I missed out on. It was a great deal of fun, but I think it was some ridiculous time o'clock when it went on for me over here in the UK. So yeah.
It would have been almost 1 a.m. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, and
I found out today my time zone math wasn't as good as I thought it was previously. So
yeah, Ian's over in the UK, and for some reason they don't change daylight savings when we do. So they're like a week or two behind us. So it's a weird system.
And every year, Ian, you have your Mother's Day on a different day, and it just really freaks me out.
In the UK, we do. I think it's because the spring hits earlier in the UK than it does traditionally in those sort of northeastern US, probably when these sort of decisions were being made. So the whole iconography or symbolism of spring and Mother's Day gets thrown awry.
And where are you based out of specifically?
Oh, I'm in Norfolk here in the UK. It's about an hour and 15 minutes northeast of London on the most direct train.
But originally Montreal, Quebec, Canada. But yes, but most of my time in Ontario, Canada, not that far from Tom. So at some point when this is all over, I will get home and we'll have to do a meetup. Yep, definitely.
Awesome. I do want to throw in Hermes' comment saying now Adam is the Flash, so he's not really sure where to go with this. All right, so I have a question for Adam. We have had a lot of mishaps throughout this convention. A lot of people who no-showed. A lot of people who told us they essentially forgot they were even doing a convention. So it was almost like we were an afterthought for some people. How in your industry, because it seems a lot of times you have to continue to possibly work with the same people or you bump into the same people a lot. How in your industry do you deal with working with somebody who is unprofessional?
An example of unprofessional would be not showing up or making promises they can't deliver.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't want to work with somebody like that. And I know that's easy to say. What if they still are going to exist within the same world? I would just, are they talented? Do you think they're talented? Because I can be unfairly forgiving of people when they have talent, and I can even be blinded sometimes to accepting things that I probably shouldn't accept when it comes to being blinded by talent or age or certain things. But as long as you're in a position where you never need anything from them, you can coexist. But the second you're involved in a situation where you have to rely on them doing anything, signing something, showing up, being there on time, anything, they're going to fuck it up. They've already revealed that to you. So you can't put yourself in that position. You can coexist. You can even work together as long as nothing you do is dependent on them doing anything at all, because they won't. And because we are stronger and we are capable of change, we'll believe that they are. And because they are not capable of change, they think we are also not capable of change, because they don't think it's possible. They don't think that's an option. And if you claim to be capable of change or growth, they think you're lying and manipulating them and trying to fool them, because that's what they would be doing if they were telling you that they were going to change or they were going to be there on time or somehow things were going to be different. So I would say, as long as you're protected from them letting you down, and as long as you've already accepted the fact that they will let you down, should you rely on them, you can coexist in the same world.
Awesome. See, this is why I love having you on. I want to throw it back to Hermes, because he said that you would just make them disappear.
Right.
But no, in all honesty, I think that we all, I'm speaking for myself here, and I believe I would be speaking for my team also, but we would definitely have to agree with that. And I think that's kind of the road that we've taken with most of them. So there have been a few that we've had to go a little bit further, either away from because of other circumstances. But I think that that's a really insightful way to look at it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's specific to your situation or to this situation, because obviously when you do need something from somebody, or you're already further down that road, it's impossible to stay protected or to guarantee there's going to be a positive outcome, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But see, we're in a community of podcasters that, we're independents, we're smaller shows, we're not the big time shows. We're giving opportunity to different shows to do things and not showing up, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's hard to gain that trust with them now that they've done this. I mean, we can coexist in the group. They can be part of the group, but having them back on again for another one when this happens is very hard.
Yeah, no, you would never. No, you would never want to work with them again, would you? I mean,
Right.
I guess if you have to, it's an easy, lofty thing to say, but it's a small community.
Right.
I mean, if you want to get manipulative, I'm sometimes, if there is another project that person is excited about or that you're working on, you won't want to mess up the present day one. But that's just getting in bed with someone you don't want to sleep with anyway, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just trying to solve your problem. I'm just trying to
No, honestly, because we've since last week we've had to deal with a lot of this, and we've had to think about how are we going to follow up with all of this kind of mayhem.
Maybe you can call them out. Maybe you should do it right here and right now and call them out specifically and make them,
Well, I did one of them earlier today, just because they
necessary.
They really.
Well, it was a little bit uncalled for. They called us not a real convention.
They told
an official
us
convention.
They were supposed to go on, and a half hour before they were supposed to go on, they messaged me asking me how everything was going to go down, and I explained to them, we had told you how to do this already, whatever, and they said, well, in official podcast conventions, that's not how this works. So I said, well, I'm sorry, what do you mean by official podcast conventions? We are an official podcast convention. And then they responded with, well, official podcast conventions have sponsors and announce the people before they go on. You're just telling us to just go on our page and share. And that's fine. Technically, I guess that's what we're asking them to do, but that's not the essential outcome of the convention. So I told them that, they were extremely rude in saying that. And I called them out on our page, and they've since left the group. They've blocked us. They've done all sorts of things to just get out of the hot water that they've put themselves in. But I said to Tom, I'm going to call them out because I'm really.
Was this an actor or a podcaster?
This was a podcast.
A podcast. Okay.
Yes. Who I guess think that they're the big time. So, yeah.
But you see, this is why I like comics and I like musicians, because there's no level of success that a comic or a musician is going to have where they're still not at the end of the day going to respect comedians and comedy and music. And I mean, before this quarantine, you could go to the back of a Chinese restaurant in Hollywood that sat 12 people and see like the best comics that live in LA, one after the other, because they love comedy. Right. And they're always working. And if this podcaster was a conversationalist or something other than a personality, they might just, like any musician, jump at any opportunity to work on their craft and to mix it up with people that do what they do on any level. And if not learn, teach and bring everyone together. And I mean, I get it as an actor. There's lots of times where you're asked to get into situations where you just won't have control of it. And if you get in a situation where you end up looking or feeling foolish once, you're now guarded and very protective of it. And it happens on a set too. A director asks you to do something you don't want to do. You have to say no, because if you do it, that's the one they're going to use. Right. And you have to get into a position where you're like, I'm not comfortable. No, I can't just give you that one and it's a push and pull. And I think people get unnecessarily guarded and protective over those kind of things when it's not always necessary. I do get where they're coming from, but you got to treat people with respect, right? I try to. I think we all do.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, it could have been handled a lot differently. It could have been said in different words to us and just say, you know what, we've just had a change of mind and we're just going to back out, and it would have been fine. Whatever, you're going to leave. They're going to leave the group anyways on their own. Didn't have to turn it into something like that.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't have to burn a bridge. I mean, that's the other thing too. I mean, I wanted to ask you, Adam, like, have you ever had an event or a convention or something that, last minute you just couldn't attend? And if so, like, how did you, what would be a professional way? I can't believe I'm asking because we're all adults here, but what would be a professional way to, like, how would you have done that professionally?
And this is keeping in mind I was a half hour late to this.
Different.
It is.
Yeah, you jumped in last minute. You jumped in last minute for a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Like,
and late to the scavenger hunt.
We didn't expect you at that though. No. You're safe. You're safe.
I mean, I just let you know, the second I knew if I couldn't make it, or the second I believed I couldn't do it, or the second I changed my mind, I would reach out. There were moments, I think with you, Sarah, I was like, wait, is this video or audio? Or Tom, is this video or audio? Oh, okay. I want to do it, but I look like hell today. Can we do audio? Yeah, we can do audio. Okay. Can we just do video with no audio? Yes. Okay. We'll just look at you. Okay. Like, we'll just talk about it and figure it out. And if I have to reschedule, I'll reschedule. If I don't like it, we won't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so you wouldn't wait for the people to reach out to you and be like, hey, haven't heard from you in a couple weeks since the last time that I checked in to see if you were going to do the thing. And then be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm not doing this. I mean, have you ever done that before?
There are a lot of agents that work in entertainment, and I've found that it really doesn't matter whether they're with a successful or known agency or group or not. Really what matters is if they're excited about you and hungry for you and what you do and willing to work for you. And I like to apply that to everything, because I think if this person really wants to do it, yeah, you could check up on them. Sometimes people need a little hand holding or they need a little push, but like, work with the people that want to work with you, right?
Right. Yep.
That's fair. You shouldn't have to chase after people to do something that is to benefit them.
No, and sometimes I need a little push sometimes. I will say that. And sometimes I have asked actors if they want to do something and I don't hear back, and I ask again and I don't hear back, and I get the message. Like, if I can, because they're my friend or I know them, I can make them feel obligated to respond to me and force them to, but like, I get it.
Can you force James Leisure to get back to you?
I'm working on it. I asked him. I reached out. He said, great, send me the podcast. I sent him the podcast. I haven't heard back. Now, he's not good at technology.
No, he's not, no.
It scares him. He doesn't have an iPhone. He still has a BlackBerry, and it's just not his thing. He wanted the music once from a YouTube clip. He just wanted the music, and I ripped it for him, and he thought I was a wizard. I was like, how did you do that?
Love it.
So, I don't know if he knows how to listen to a podcast. But again, I'm not going to push him about it. I'm not going to push him.
Of course not. Of course not.
No.
But I think it's one thing to reach out to someone to ask them to do something, and another thing entirely for someone to be like, hey, I'm going to do the thing with you. And then you have to keep reaching out to them to be like, are you sure? Can I get a confirmation? We're 2 weeks out. Like, are you sure you're doing this? I don't know.
It's tough. Getting confirmations from actor types is really tough because everything changes every second all the time. And it makes you a very flighty, unstable, unable to commit person. It does. And it has its negative effects. And that's probably one of them because I can, unless I get this thing that I just sent this tape in for today that I'm really thinking I would, and I heard I would, but I don't know, and I don't want to say yes and then have to cancel and let people down, but then I also don't want to say no and ruin this opportunity, so I'm just waiting, and now it's been another week, and now you're asking me, and now I don't know whether to respond, and I'm an asshole because I didn't respond the first time, and now it's the second time, and I don't know. It's, you got to put yourself in their shoes. It's not behavior that I necessarily would like to appropriate, but sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes it's the person that's just cool with it, that it'll work out. It'll happen for a reason. There's stuff I couldn't work out time-wise that I feel really bad about, or stuff I should have put more of an effort into that I didn't know. It's funny. JK Simmons, you guys know that actor? He said something to me that stuck with me. He said when he made he turned to me, and it was James was there and a couple other actors, and he was like, you all do like 1 or 2 indie movies a year, right? We're like, yeah, sure. We all do a couple indie movies a year that, low budget, whatever. He's like, I did 3 movies the year I did Whiplash. And he named them, and he was like, of those 3, I did not think the one about the jazz drummer was going to be the one that was going to change my career. Like, you never know. I didn't know while filming it. I assumed this other one about this father and son where the father's dying and they bond over the music of the Grateful Dead. And it had all the Grateful Dead's publishing behind it, and they could use all the songs, and it had this huge Sundance premiere where the Grateful Dead came and all this media. He's like, I thought that was the one. I assumed that was the one that was just going to melt hearts and be a big hit. But no, it was the one about the jazz drummer that changed my life. You never know. And I think what he's saying is you never know. So why don't we treat people accordingly? Why don't we all treat the project accordingly and give it the respect it deserves? Because not only do you never know, it's almost, as a rule, not the thing you think it's going to be. When you're like, oh, this project is the thing, it's almost... It's never going to happen. It's almost always the one where you're like, is this even a thing? Like, this isn't even a song that I wrote. I don't know what this is. And that's the hit. That's the... What are we talking about?
Oh, you okay,
Sorry.
Tom?
Yeah, totally agree. No, but I agree with what you just said there. There's been stuff in this convention group as well where we're saying like, is this, where's this going to go? And you'll have people question that, and you never know. At the end of the day, are we going to grow to something much, much bigger than we are right now? Or is it going to be just a flash in the pan? You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I will add this, and maybe this will, in defense of the deviant, because society needs the deviant to show you when you've gone too far and when it's all gone wrong. I had worked with JK Simmons in my early 20s when he was also much younger, and he was such an asshole. He was such an asshole, and specifically to me, like I never forgot it. He was just a dick. And I'm the kind of person who doesn't really mind, especially if you're talented. I never put it against him. I really didn't care. It was just, that's a grumpy guy. Like that's an unhappy guy is what I took from it. And then a decade later, we were working on a show together, and he came in and he was very friendly. And the director of the project turned to me and he said, you know, I worked with JK Simmons like 15 years ago, and he was such an asshole. Do you think I should tell him? And I was like, I had the same experience with him 15 years ago, and no, let's not tell him. He's like, okay, we won't tell him. And that was it. And it was like, couldn't have been friendlier, couldn't have been nicer. Sometimes people are just going through some shit, you know? And he was just as talented then as he was now. He was much nicer this time, but we're all on this journey. I think bad about him then. I don't think bad about him now. It was nice to know it wasn't just me, and we're all working together.
I think that's the perfect thing to end on.
This has been Hollywood Fun Time Stories.
Right?
No, next, let me tell you about going to the Copa with Desi Arnaz.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. Just this is why we enjoy having other industries also on, because you really give a lot of insight into the fact that a lot of this happens across industries, across different fields. And, you know, we're all kind of in the same boat, especially when it comes to people like us. We're all creatives. We're all artists in different ways. So I think that it's just such a wonderful thing to be able to have different perspectives from different places that all really just meld together. So thank you so much, Adam. We truly appreciate having you on every single time.
It's my pleasure. I love talking to you guys, and I really appreciate all the hard work you guys do and how specific you are about your work, and all the effort that it takes to keep doing stuff like this and to make it look so good, and to mine this content for the stuff that brings us all closer together.
Oh, thank you. It means so much. And again, like, how cool to see that you are the person we can call to hide a dead body. So,
yeah.
Anytime.
Necessary.
I might be a little late, but I'll get there.
I love the fact that you would come is the best.
the next time you're back on Long Island, you have to call me, because I might need some assistance. So I'm just
we have that out there. We haven't seen Dan, even though, you know, because he's in the background.
I claim he's sitting over there, but we really don't know.
Well, thank you guys. It's been really great talking to you. Have a
we
great
appreciate
convention.
it. Yeah, we appreciate it very much, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Bye, Adam.
All right.
So we are a little bit past our time, which is fine. But we still have Ian and Trish on right now. If we want to talk to them for a few minutes, we're going to take a 15-minute break after that, and then we'll come back on with some of the announcements that we're going to make. Adam was a little bit late to the party, but again, always a pleasure to talk to him. He's awesome. He's always fun to talk to. I think this is his third show that he's been on for the conventions. Yeah, this would be number 3. So that's just fantastic. Loved having him on here. It was great. What do you guys think?
Insight. I think someone said in the comments thread here, just insight, and the insight of more of a moment, but the idea of, I mean, that last story about JK Simmons and the story of a decade and a half. And we catch each other hopefully in snapshots in time, and hopefully we catch ourselves in good moments and good snapshots. And hopefully what people take away from a podcast convention such as this is, amongst all the struggles and the hardships and the negative sort of reports, hopefully we have some snapshots of some positives, a connection that we made, someone who we discovered, all these things. And really, more than anything, the hope is, what I'm taking away from this is the 3 or 4 or 5 new connections I got to make, the people I got to see, the podcasts I got to discover. And if that's not the purpose of all of this, then I don't really know what is, because connections more than just comments on a thread as we run a video. Connection is starting to make actual real engagement with each other as human beings, as people who are trying to create something. We're all using a similar medium to go to different places, and this is like the kind of podcasting train station where we all end up in the middle and see where each other is headed. And it was cool to get to know some people headed similar places, different places. But as always, it's just about snapshots and moments and going, hey, that's a win.
Yeah, and that's definitely how we all ended up doing this together as well and becoming part of a team, is we engage with each other. We were able to make those connections. We were able to tune into each other's podcasts and, make comments, not just the comments, but actually have real engagement and real conversations. And that's how you start with building the relationships with people in this group. And it's been nothing but a pleasure for myself, and probably for all you guys as well, to be able to meet all of these people.
Really quickly, I just want to throw in this Facebook user. I want to say it's Amy, because I know that she has a tendency to not put herself in.
She does, but I don't know.
But I'm going to assume this is Amy. If it's not, forgive me. But Ian should record bedtime stories. His voice is so soothing. I agree. Trish agrees.
I need that in my life, Ian. Yes.
Maybe that's why my students fall asleep in lesson occasionally. I don't know. No, they don't. They don't. They just fit the moment.
All right, Tom.
Yep. Okay, so I think we're going to end this one. We did run a little bit late. We're going to take a 15-minute break, and then we'll come back on and do our little bit of announcements here. We just want to say thank you to everybody. Again, all of the live shows that went on, all the pre-recordeds that were sent in, that allowed us to run this whole convention this weekend. We want to say thank you to all the team members, the moderators. Sarah, thank you for all that you did this convention.
Thank you.
Ian, Trish, John, Rosa. Am I missing anybody? Got everybody?
Tom,
we also
we're really thankful for Tom.
We also want to say thank you to Carlton, one of the guys that had left. He reached out to us today as well. He said hopefully he'll be back in the future. So shout out to Carlton as well. So thank you everybody for making this convention successful, making it run right through the entire 2 weekends. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. 15-minute break. We're going to come in with a new live stream, StreamYard, through Facebook. So tune in 15 minutes. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Thanks,
Salud.
everyone.
Bye.